This is what happens when you drill a hole in a bottle cap, attach it to a garden hose, and mount it on a stake in your vegetable bed. You get a custom DIY sprinkler that costs nothing, takes 15 minutes to build, and delivers a gentle, even spray directly over your plants at exactly the right height. Most gardeners spend years fighting with overhead watering that either blasts the soil loose, misses the plants entirely, or sends water everywhere except where it needs to go. This one hack solves all three problems using a plastic bottle you were about to throw away. By the end of this video, you will have everything you need to build one yourself today. If you have ever stood over your tomatoes with a watering can for 10 minutes and still felt like you were not making a dent, that is not your imagination. It is the physics of how most watering tools work. Standard watering cans and even basic hose nozzles deliver water from a single point, which means it concentrates in one spot before spreading outward, often with enough force to compact the soil surface or knock seedlings sideways. Overhead spray attachments are slightly better, but they are designed for lawns, not raised beds. The spray radius is too wide, the droplets are too large, and the pressure is almost always too high for delicate vegetable plants. What a garden bed actually needs is a low, wide, even mist delivered at plant canopy height over the full width of the bed, rather than a single stream from 3 feet above. The result of getting this wrong is soil compaction, inconsistent moisture, and water lost to evaporation before it ever reaches the root zone. A bottle-based sprinkler solves this because it positions the spray point directly inside the bed, at the right height, covering the right area. The full materials list for this project fits on one shelf of your garden shed. You will need one clean empty plastic bottle. A 1.5-liter soda bottle like a Coca-Cola bottle works perfectly because the shape and cap thread are ideal for this technique. You also need a garden hose with a standard threaded end, a hand drill with a bit size to fit your hose end snugly, a sewing needle and a small candle or oil lamp to heat it, a hot glue gun with at least 2 glue sticks, and a wooden garden stake long enough to position the bottle at canopy height for your tallest plants. Optional but useful, a short length of rubber hose or tubing to create a grip handle extension at the hose connection end. Everything on this list is either already in your home or costs under $5 at any hardware store. The fact that the main component, the bottle, is something you would normally discard is exactly what makes this concept so satisfying to build. Before we get into the steps, if this is already giving you an idea for your garden, take 1 second and hit the like button, and subscribe if you have not already. We release new organic gardening tutorials every single week focused on practical, low-cost techniques exactly like this one, and subscribing means you will never miss one. Now let us walk through the build, step by step. Every step here is straightforward, and none of them require any previous DIY experience to get right. Start by emptying and rinsing your bottle thoroughly, then remove the label completely so you are working with a clear surface. Using a marker, draw a horizontal guideline around the lower third of the bottle, roughly 5 to 6 inches up from the base, and then draw a second line about 1 inch above the first. This band is where all of your spray holes will go, and marking it out before you start keeps your hole pattern even. Now light your candle or lamp and heat the tip of your sewing needle in the flame for 4 to 5 seconds until it glows slightly. Press the heated tip firmly and quickly into the bottle surface within your marked band. It will melt cleanly through the plastic in one smooth push, leaving a perfectly round, consistent hole. Repeat this process across the entire marked band in a tight grid pattern, spacing your holes roughly ½ inch apart in staggered rows so the spray disperses evenly in every direction. Aim for 40 to 60 holes total across the full band. The more holes you add, the more the water disperses into a fine, gentle mist rather than a concentrated spray. Reheat the needle every 4 to 5 holes to maintain a clean melt, since a cool needle drags the plastic rather than piercing it. With your bottle holes complete, set the bottle aside and focus on the cap. Using your hand drill, bore a single hole directly through the center of the bottle cap. The hole needs to be sized so your garden hose end threads through it with a snug, firm fit. Push the hose end through the cap hole from the inside so that when you screw the cap back onto the bottle, the hose is locked inside the bottleneck with the connection point secured at the throat of the bottle. Once the cap is threaded on firmly and the hose is seated, run a bead of hot glue all the way around the outside joint where the cap meets the hose. Work around the full circumference without leaving any gaps. Hold the glue joint steady for 60 seconds while it sets, then add a second bead of glue over the first for a complete waterproof seal. Before mounting, do a quick pressure test. Hold the bottle firmly and turn the water on at low pressure to confirm no leaks appear at the cap joint. If you see any weeping at the seal, add another layer of hot glue while the connection is still dry, and allow it to cure fully before the next test. A solid seal here is what separates a sprinkler that performs consistently from one that loses half its pressure before the water ever reaches the holes. For added control and to make positioning easier, slide a 6-inch section of rubber tubing over the hose at the connection end, securing it tightly with a zip tie and a wrap of black electrical tape at each end. This creates a firm grip that lets you adjust the bottle angle while the water is running without burning your hands on a hot hose in summer. Now take your garden stake and tie or clip the bottle firmly to it at mid-bottle height. The goal is to position the perforated band at roughly the same height as the midsection of your tallest plants, so the spray covers the canopy evenly from the inside of the bed outward. Push the stake deep enough into the bed that it holds steady under water pressure without tipping, at least 8 to 10 inches into the soil. The beauty of the stake mount is that it is fully adjustable. As your plants grow taller through the season, you simply raise the bottle higher on the stake to keep the spray at the right level. Once the bottle is mounted and the hose connected, you have a fully functional garden sprinkler built entirely from materials that cost you nothing. When you open the water at moderate pressure, the transformation is immediate. Water streams outward from each of the small melted holes in a fine, wide fan pattern that covers the full width of a 4x4 raised bed from a single mounted position in the center. Unlike a watering can or hose nozzle, the spray is consistently fine and low pressure, which means it lands gently on leaves and soil, without compacting anything or knocking plants sideways. Because the bottle is mounted inside the bed at canopy height rather than above it, the water stays inside the growing space, and almost none of it escapes to the surrounding paths, a noticeable improvement in water efficiency compared to surface watering from outside the bed. You can walk away and let it run, adjust the pressure from the tap to change the spray radius, and reposition the stake to any spot in the bed in under 30 seconds. For organic gardeners who also apply liquid fertilizer through their watering routine, this system disperses a diluted liquid feed solution evenly across all plants in a single pass, more consistent coverage than hand pouring around individual stems. The moment you see your tomatoes and peppers covered in that even, gentle mist, you will immediately understand why this is worth the 15 minutes it took to build. A few small adjustments will dramatically improve how this sprinkler performs in your specific setup. First, keep your water pressure in the low to medium range. High pressure overwhelms the small holes and turns the fine mist into a concentrated blast, which defeats the purpose of this design. If your tap pressure runs high, invest in a simple inline pressure reducer, which costs under $10 and gives you full control. Second, the number and size of holes you melt directly controls the spray character. Fewer large holes give you a stronger directional spray for taller plants, while more smaller holes give you a wider, finer mist for seedlings and low-growing crops. Third, if you plan to run this unattended, always use it with a timer attachment on your outdoor tap, so you never accidentally overwater. A 30-minute session at low pressure every morning is sufficient for most raised beds in summer. For those using liquid organic fertilizer in their watering routine, run plain water for the first 5 minutes to fully wet the foliage and soil, then switch to your diluted feed solution for the final 10 minutes. The pre-wetting prevents any foliar burn from the concentrated minerals in your liquid gold formula. Each bottle lasts a full growing season before the melted holes begin to enlarge slightly, at which point you simply build a replacement in 15 minutes using the next bottle from your recycling bin. The reason this works so well is not complicated. It puts the water exactly where the plants are, at exactly the height they need, using a container already shaped to distribute liquid evenly in all directions. You did not need to buy a single specialty part, visit a hardware store, or learn any plumbing skill to build it. What you needed was 15 minutes, a lighter, a needle, and the bottle that was sitting in your recycling bin this morning. That is what genuine low-cost organic gardening looks like in practice. Not expensive equipment, not complicated systems, but smart repurposing of what is already available. Start with one bottle on your most water-hungry plant this week. Watch how it performs over 3 days, and you will have your answer about whether it belongs in every raised bed you own. The gardeners who get the best results from techniques like this are the ones who test first, then scale. And that is exactly the approach that makes the difference between a good season and a great one. If this is going into your garden this week, hit the like button right now. It takes 1 second and it directly helps this channel reach more organic gardeners who need exactly these kinds of practical, no-cost solutions. Subscribe so you do not miss our upcoming 30-day experiment, where we compare 3 watering methods side by side: standard can, store-bought drip, and this bottle sprinkler. and measure the difference in plant growth and water use over a full month. And leave a comment below telling me which plant you are going to set this up on first: tomatoes, peppers, or something else entirely in your garden. I read every single comment, and your real-world results from your specific growing conditions are genuinely useful to every other gardener watching this video right now.